Anansi and the Magic Yams by Joanna Troughton, a West African folktale. One year, the yams didn't grow, and the animals were all hungry. Anansi's son went into the forest to search for food. He found one palm nut, but it rolled away down a hole in the ground. Anansi's son followed the palm nut. He let himself down the hole on a creeper. At the bottom of the hole was a beautiful garden. The garden was tended by three spirits. The three spirits were very dirty. They looked as if they hadn't washed themselves or cut their hair since the beginning of time. But Anansi's son was too polite to say so. "Why have you come to our garden?" asked the spirits. "I followed a palm nut," said Anansi's son. "Our yams didn't grow this year and all the animals are hungry." "Go and dig some yams from our garden," said the spirits kindly. "But don't pick the biggest ones, which will say, 'Take me, take me, take me.'" Anansi's son went to dig up some yams. The biggest yams said, "Take me, take me, take me," but Anansi's son only took the smaller ones. Then the spirit said, "When you return home, peel the yams, throw away the insides, and cook the peels." There were two baskets in the garden. One was big and one was small. "Which basket would you like for your yams?" asked the spirits. Anansi's son was not greedy. "I'll take the small one, please," he said. Then the spirits taught him a song. "Red spirit, ho, ho, blue spirit, ho, ho, white spirit, ho, ho. Should my head disobey, what would befall me? Sing this song secretly when the basket is empty, and it will fill up with yams again." Anansi's son thanked the spirits. He took his basket and climbed back out of the hole. Anansi's son peeled the yams, threw away the insides, and cooked the peels. He gave them to the hungry animals. They were delicious. When the basket was empty, he sang the song secretly to himself, and the basket filled up with yams again. Anansi saw that his son was a hero. "Please show me the hole in the ground," he begged. "Tomorrow," said Anansi's son. Anansi couldn't sleep. He was so excited. Before the sun was up, he was rattling the water jars. "It is morning," he lied. "Lion is carrying water from the well." "Go to sleep," said his son. Anansi swept the floor. "It is morning," he lied. "Hyena is sweeping the yard." "Go to sleep," said his son. Anansi took a bundle of twigs and set them alight. "It is morning," he lied. "See, the sun is rising." "Go to sleep," said his son. Finally, the sun came up. Anansi's son led Anansi into the forest and showed him the hole in the ground. Anansi let himself down on the creeper. He found the beautiful garden and the three spirits. Anansi was not polite like his son. He did not keep his thoughts to himself. "Pooh!" he exclaimed. "You three haven't washed yourselves or cut your hair since the beginning of time." And he laughed rudely. But the three spirits spoke kindly to Anansi. "Go and dig some yams in our garden," they said. "But don't pick the biggest ones, which will say, 'Take me, take me.'" Anansi was greedy. He took no notice of the spirit's words. He picked the biggest yams, which said, "Take me, take me." The spirit said, "When you return home, peel the yams, throw away the insides, and cook the peels." "Only a fool would do that," Anansi said. "Which basket would you like?" asked the spirits. Of course, Anansi chose the big one. Then the spirits taught Anansi the magic song and told him to sing it secretly when he wanted more yams. Anansi climbed out of the hole, dragging his basket behind him. He didn't even say thank you. Gather round, said Anansi. See, I have a bigger basket than my sons. Anansi peeled the yams, threw away the peels, and cooked the insides. But he didn't give his yams away. Instead, he sold them for gold and cowrie shells. And when the animals ate the yams, they found them as hard as stones. The basket was empty, so Anansi sang the song loudly for everyone to hear. Red spirit ho ho, blue spirit ho ho, white spirit ho ho. Should my head disobey, what would befall me? But the basket was still empty, and the animals began pointing at Anansi. He looked down at himself and saw that he was covered in horrible spots and boils. Anansi crept away into the forest. He stayed there until he was healed, but you can still see the traces of spots and boils on a spider's back today. It is a reminder of how rude and greedy Anansi the spider was when he picked the magic yam. Thank you for listening to Storytime with Gargi. Like and subscribe down below.